I didn't need to explain much. The players knew the answers. It was quite simple. Just 19 errors, I think 17 penalties. You're never going to beat anybody, and they handled the conditions really well, a lot better than we did, and they were worthy for the win. They were the best team. Privately fuming about it, and the players understand that. It's just not acceptable. Not a Wigan performance. When you complete 50%, you complete one set, and then you make an error, and it's just suicide. You're never ever going to beat any Super League team with them solid stats. No, there's no excuse. We had a great week. Went to Bath, and there's no excuse at all. They were the better team. We've made too many errors. I need them players to run into contact and keep hold of the ball.
It's not the first time we come here, I mean. Is the pitch becoming a mind thing for us?
No. I mean, they do it every week. So we come here once a season, and there's no excuse from us. They were the best team. Our performance is absolutely miles off what I want, and we've got 7 days to fix it and make sure we perform against Leeds. 19 errors and losing contact, 17 penalties. That's nothing to do with Mickey Mack and Ian Thorne coming back. I'm not having any excuses about the referee, about anybody, about the conditions. They were the best team. We really poor with the ball, and we lacked decent contact, which then you start giving penalties away. Giving them so many players to have a go and score was really, really disappointing. Just simple carries, dropping the ball in contact, and just giving them field position. And when you do that, they're a good team. They've got some good players. They scored some good tries, and they were the worthy winners. I don't want to take anything away from them, but I want to have a dig at my team.
Pleased with our finishing the season with a win. Pleased with the application and focus that we went into the game with. And when you play Wigan, we spoke about it. Them are the top sides. The benchmarks for focus, intensity, and understanding your job. Because if you switch off for a second, they get you. If you don't, even if they don't play well, and you do, and you switch off, they'll get you. So that was what I was pleased about tonight. The fact that I didn't score any points in the second half. The fact that we started the way with the purpose that we wanted to, and what we haven't been doing really well is just getting good starts. We've been having to chase games from behind and to put pressure on us, but I felt tonight we were composed, handled the game really well, and the conditions really well. And I have to say I'm pleased. It's pleased for the players as well, because there's a lot of pressure in these last 3 games of how hard we've worked all year, and this was a very tough game going into this period.
Special for you?
It's nice playing against the big sides and winning. I know it's one of those, because of my background as well. Like I've got Wigan inside me. It's part of who I am. But this is a big game for the team, for the players. We work hard as hard as we work against any other side to get an understanding of what we need and how to play against them. But yeah, it's nice to win big games. It's not, I'd be stupid to say, but it's one of those that the lads seem to like, because we've got a number of Wigan contingent players in there.
When he's just shook his arms up and said no complaints whatsoever, Widnes deserved the game.
I think you can see that, and I was pleased about tonight as well was the fact that if Wigan were playing the grand final in another 6-7 weeks or how long away it is, I don't think that'd be far off the team that he picks. So that's what was really pleasing for us when we saw the fact that, I know there's always been talk about who comes here and which players he doesn't pick, and like I say, apart from Matty Bowen out there, I think he won't be far from being the players that could play in the grand final. I don't think we need a win. It puts us in a strong position, but I think you see Salford's games over the next 2 weeks, you know that they're going to be not far off the 8 as well. You can always tell when Danny's kicking well. Every time he gets a penalty, he puts his hand up and wants to go. You can tell he's striking the ball well. He wants to have a go at everything. Danny's been fantastic all year. His enthusiasm. Danny Galea was great tonight. I mean, both our back rowers there, and if I must say, what you saw tonight was how much we've missed Eamon O'Carroll. Eamon was outstanding. Like I say, he hits the line like he's been shot out of a gun. He hits people defensively, makes them pay for carrying the ball, and he works really hard. It's like you need them kind of players on your side. And I thought he was inspiration for Phil Joseph, for Hep Cahill, for those lads today. And I thought our pack was really good. I want my players to play the same every week. I think that's what Sean wants, and they do. they have little things in their own games where they want to play well or when they don't, but my players know my expectations are that we get to a point where we're that consistent in our performance. And what we saw tonight was, it was a big game and the points that we needed, and we turned up and we worked hard for each other. And the reward is that when you stand in the changing rooms after, as we have done this year and worked hard, that you feel elated with the pain. It's not something that drags you down. So that's the target, is to play at that kind of level every week, and that's matching the benchmark teams, Wigan, Leeds, those sides that can play that every single week and can turn up and give you a good performance every week.
Who's dressed you? Who's what dressed you tonight?
Chess has dressed me.
We're very smart.